Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. In the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello. Welcome to the first episode in 2021. Yes, of Talk is Cheap. We're back. We're live, which is good because if we weren't live, anyway. So we're back live, episode 70. Here we are. And we're really excited to be here. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode tonight, but we just wanted to share some things, and I have somebody with me tonight that's going to share with us. And Fran, hey Fran, she's like, yay, you're back. And Fran, we're glad you're here. We love having you here. I just wanted to let you know, don't worry, because the Chewy cam is on and Chewy is destroying his little, look at this. I'm going to let you see it. He's destroying things. This is what he does. He destroys, and I don't know how he's going to behave. He has had his quiet moments. Obviously, he doesn't care. It's not helping. But anyway, so Chewy is here. Chewy is I don't know. He's trying to get comfortable. Will he get comfortable? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Cover him up. No, he doesn't like to be covered. He likes to dig, and I don't know what he just likes to mess things up. I don't know what it is. But no, we have a fun show. June Colson is here with me tonight, so I'm really excited. And you guys, you're back. I'd love to know how your holiday was. Did you have a great holiday? Michelle Van Dusen says, Chewy. Yeah, I know that Chewy is something else. How was your holiday? Is there anything that you found out over the holidays? I found out that I have a problem, you guys. I have a bowl problem and a bag problem. I don't like to give out my gift bags. Like I get these pretty gift bags, and then I'm like, I don't want to give them to just anybody. Like, you have to be like gift bag worthy. It's really crazy. I don't know if anybody else has that issue. It's probably just me. And the same thing with my ribbon. I'm strange with my ribbon. I have ribbon issues that I'm not giving just any ribbon to just anybody. You have to be ribbon worthy. I don't know. Maybe my next guest can shed a little light on that and tell me if I'm the only one. I don't know. So Michelle Van Dusen has has a tip. She says that she's learned when you use Forever Stamps, it takes forever for the mail to arrive. I mailed something to Michelle. I'm pretty sure she hasn't received it yet, and I mailed it almost 3 weeks ago now. So one thing was edible that will no longer be edible when she gets it. So that maybe we should have her eat it on camera. I don't know. That would be fun. Anyway, my next guest is a comedian, a writer. She's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. She's a mother of 2 boys. She's a wife of a fire chief, and she's last year's winner now of Nashville's Clean Comedy Challenge, and was voted the Comics Comic. And let's take a look, and let's just get a little peer into June Colson's comedy. Alex, can you bring that up?
And from the beginning, my kids were definitely different. Both of my boys were 10-pound babies. I know. I honestly thought that's what they meant by a man trapped in a woman's body. They were huge. And I know I'm not the first to give birth to 10 pounds worth of baby, but most women get 2 babies for that. Yeah. I think that I was pregnant with twins, and one just swallowed the other one. Yeah. And they just keep growing and growing. They're so big now, when they fight, I can't break them up. So I figured out, if you can't beat them, you just tase them. Harsh. You only have to do it once. Okay. And bonus, my son Trey no longer stutters. So that's great. Great. Yeah.
Please welcome June Colson, everybody. Hey, June.
Hey, Rhonda, Corey. Happy New Year.
Oh, wait. Let's see if the applause is there. It is. The applause is working for 2021. Want to make sure you don't want to get
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's so good to see you, June. I'm so glad you joined me for my first episode in 2021.
I know. Big things are coming this year. Big things
are coming. And we have an announcement that maybe even 2 or 3, June. We have some announcements. And everybody is so excited to see you. Kyle Yamada says, love Junebug. Oh. I know, right, Kyle? And Michelle's happy to see you. Yay, it's June. I love to do everyone's voices. I'm going to start doing them a little different. I think I'm going to start adding a little something to them. So how was your holidays, June?
They were interesting. They were kind of a blur. Well, you can see I've kind of been busy over the holidays. Yeah. So while everyone was opening boxes and gifts, then I was boxing everything up in my life. So but I get it. I get it with the gift bags, because they're expensive. One, I think they're expensive. And then my grandma and my mom were always ones that were like, well, just fold it up and give it back to me, honey. Fold it up and I want my bags back. So, it had no shape. And then my grandmother, she would actually make us, she had fancy wrapping paper. And she would give us a pocket knife at like 7 years old. And we would have to cut the paper along the tape and fold it up. And if you wrinkled the paper, you didn't get the gift. You had to give her the gift back. And she rewrapped it like the next year. So I'm so anxious about like wrapping paper and bags and boxes and bows. It's too much for me.
So I take it, so you don't have you like rebelled and ripped some of the?
Oh yeah, like when my kids got their first gift, I was just like, tear it apart, rip it apart. Yeah, like those childhood things, they stick with you, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So no, you can rip apart my wrapping paper. Nobody gets weapons and box knives, you know, to get into their socks and underwear. So
I get it. And the whole thing about the bag. So, it's certain people, like I guess what it is, I want them to appreciate the prettiness of the bag or the prettiness of the wrap. And if they don't, then it's like,
yeah.
Like I gotta tell you, like my husband and my son, they don't get bows. They don't get a lot of bows on their boxes and stuff like that. Only if it's gonna serve serve my tree purposes. Like it'll, that's the only reason they'll use it. Because otherwise, no, they don't. Because they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate a pretty wrapped package.
No, it's wasted energy. But and I have boys. And like the first time that one of them had a girlfriend at Christmas, I was so excited because I got to like wrap a pretty package and you know, put the pretty bow on it and all of that stuff. Like my kids, they're just like, you know, throw it to me in the Foot Locker bag. Like they don't care. I wouldn't have to waste that energy. So
yeah, I get it. I get it. It's so funny, but oh, good. I thought it was just me.
No.
But I do have issues. So, but you know, that goes without saying. Now, June.
Yes.
There was a little something else that that kind of came into the light this Christmas and just opening up gifts. You know, what it really is it's a trial period. it's a trial because when you're opening up something from your husband, it's like, does this man that I've been married to for 25 years, does he even know me? You know?
Yeah.
Does he even know me? Like you open something up and you're like, who? And then, you know, this is for me? Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
all the hints that I drop throughout the year, because I mean, they're plentiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he did really well this year. I'm not gonna lie, you know, so he did get a good grade.
Well, the first Christmas that my husband and I were married, I had like 4 different boxes, and one item was a small, one item was a medium, one was a large, and one was an extra large. Because he had no idea what size I wore or what he should get me. So I had like a small bathrobe and a medium shirt and a large sweatshirt. Like he covered all. It was like I just knew that one of them would fit. So
he covered all of his bases. He covered all. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. So he didn't do any investigating. Like
no, like yeah. I said, why wouldn't you just look in the closet and see what size I wore, what was hanging in there? And he was like, yeah, that would have been a good idea. Now I'm like, don't look in my closet. It doesn't matter what size I wear. Don't even talk about it.
That's it. Gift cards. No, there's certain things, and this is, I've gotten so practical over the years. There's certain things that I would rather buy myself because I think I can get a better deal on it.
Yeah.
Or there's certain things that I would like, and my husband's like, I am not buying you kitchen towels. I'm like, no, but you don't understand. Like, I don't mind if you get me kitchen towels. Like, sometimes there's things that I want to, like, for, you know, practical things that I don't want to spend the money on.
Yeah, no, I'm not right.
So I'm like, I would love it if you got me this, you know, certain utensil. And he's like, I'm not getting you that.
Yeah. Well, my husband just shopped for himself. I didn't have to buy anything this year because our pans are frightening. Like, I don't think people wouldn't want to eat at my house if they saw just how horrible the pans are.
Have you guys been to any potluck dinners where June provided a dish?
We're all full, June. No, thank you. But he bought all new because we're moving, and he decided at the new house we would have new pans. So he bought like pots and pans and a spice rack and new knife set and all of that stuff. So like for Christmas, I piled it up like a tree and put a bow on top. I'm like, you picked it out, you know, Merry Christmas. So it's good to be comfortable. I'll just say that we're pretty comfortable with each other. We don't have to, don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah. Do you guys do stockings for each other? I love stockings. That's like one of my favorite things.
We usually do. And this year with our 2 sons, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot because I'm packing everything up. I didn't have a lot of stuff around. And we have these little bitty stockings. And so my husband just put cash in it. And I was like, go buy your own beef jerky. Like, you're going to be disappointed they didn't get the peanut M&Ms and the beef jerky. I'm like, go get the flavor you like. Mommy didn't have time. So
I know, it's crazy moving. My goodness. Like, that's a lot. So stockings this year. So now for years, we've had the same stockings. We don't have our names on them,
Mhm.
but we all have our own colors. Mine is kind of like a cranberry maroon. My son is green, and my
Mhm.
husband's is blue. Just been like that, and they're like kind of like the same pattern, sort of. Anyway, so I went to go fill up the stocking, and mine was missing. I mean, not mine, but mine was there, and my son's was missing. I'm like, where is Alex's stocking? So apparently, he thought that my stocking, and he still doesn't know our stocking colors, is what I'm trying to say.
They're color
I
coded.
can't speak, but he still doesn't know our stuff. I was like, how many years? How many years? And it just makes sense that I would have the more girly color, I
Yes.
don't know. So yeah.
I had that issue in our shower. There's a blue loofah.
Oh, that would.
There's a blue loofah and a pink loofah. And when I get in the shower and he's already showered and the pink loofah is in the front,
Oh no.
that is not okay. You don't share a loofah.
No, that is
With
not.
our Christmas gifts, but I'm not comfortable with my loofah.
That is not okay, June Colson. That is not okay. That is not. The stocking thing is this. That is. Oh, I can't.
No.
I would have to throw it out. Like, I am really weird. I'm weird like that, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I know it sounds ridiculous.
But like the stocking, his reaction when I said something was, oh, that's why they're blue and pink. I was like, we've been married 25 years. You didn't know? How did you not know?
And you're just finding out. So you've been all these.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Ron Barnett says, hey, Rhonda. Hey, June. Hey, Ron. Ron's there in Florida with nice weather, probably. I don't know. It's going to be a lot warmer there than it is here. I'll tell you that. What do you have for temperature?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were asking Ron. I think we were in the 40s today, but like the day after Christmas, maybe it was like 72 degrees. There were people some of my friends had pictures of their kids jumping on the trampoline and the garden hose like the day after Christmas. And then the next day it, dropped down to 40 or whatever, but that's Kentucky. It's just random. You can get up in the morning and, have a sweater on and then be in a tank top. And then by the end of the day, you need gloves and a parka. Like it's just,
New England's kind of crazy like that too. Mm-hmm. It is. Michelle wants to know if he got you any shoes. Did he get you any shoes?
He did not. Now, so Michelle's asking me because I have a really big foot and my husband and I wear the same size shoe.
Come on.
Yes. Okay. So so for several years for a Christmas gift, he would always buy me a men's pair of Timberland boots that fit him perfectly. That's so romantic. Like the logo, like the box, the Timberland boots, their logo says, "You're never going to retire, so why should your boots?" That's their logo. That's what you buy a woman. I didn't want like cute little leopard print heels or anything.
No.
I don't think he can walk in those well. So that's probably why. But
probably. And that isn't a bad thing. That is not a bad thing.
For no shoes. Thanks for asking, Michelle. I'm already upset about the loofah.
And hey, if you guys have any questions for us, we're doing some questions and hopefully we'll do some answers. So if you have any questions, please post them. We'd love to hear from you. Sherry Nettles. I love Sherry Nettles. Yes. She was on the Christmas show. Y'all, if my husband, I'm going to say it, and y'all, if my husband looked in my closet, he would think he was married to 3 different women. I have 3 sizes. Oh my gosh.
I get it, Sherry. Well, look here at this box. I don't know if you can read it or not. But this is June's skinny clothes. Okay to burn. Just go ahead and burn them. I
Oh
hang
my
on
gosh.
to them. I think, one day, I don't know. Then I look for DIY like crafts where I can just cut them up and make a blanket or something.
The way you said it, you grit your teeth when you
Yes.
get a little angry. Let me and let me ask you guys out there, did you guys set any goals for yourself? Any 2021? If you noticed, did you notice my new mug? This is from Mike Murray, made me this mug. And also it has another side to it.
It's the best ever.
Is that hysterical? I laughed so hard. So I'm drinking from my new mug. But do you have any 2021 goals or New Year's? I hate the word resolutions, but do you have any goals that you set for yourself?
Oh gosh. Well, I finished the first copy of a book that I wrote. So the goal this year is to get it in print. I
cannot wait. I'm so excited for your book.
Yeah, I'm learning patience right now, and kind of vulnerable and letting people read it and that kind of deal. And then I also I've never written a screenplay before, but I've started writing one, and have an idea for a second one. So yeah, I'm hoping to just be creative this year, and as far as comedy goes, I'm hoping to just make sure that when we're given the opportunity to get out, that I use the platform the way that God wants me to, and just to be focused. So yeah, that's my goals. What about you? What are your goals this year?
Well, I did post one of my goals, and one of my goals is to find someone who looks exactly like me.
Yes.
And then I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them to get really famous. And then I'm going to make a career out of impersonating them.
Oh, so do you think if I dye my hair, that could be me? You could get me famous?
You can you'll have to learn how to speak properly.
You got it, girl. You got it.
Got it. Yeah, you have to go.
I'll also somehow have to shrink about 4 inches in height too.
That's a little, or I'm gonna have to get some really high boots, and yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying. I'm good. That's my goal. I have big goals. Now, you know what, June? We're super talented. You are super talented, and you've been on the show in 2020. You've been on more than once. But one of the times that you really, I don't know if people know this, but June Colson is a showstopper, because she won the show off, and so you are the cheap winner. You are the cheap champion. You
one
are
of the best memories of 2020.
So we're going to show a little bit of a clip of that. If Alex can put that up. Here we go. What is your great showmanship? What is your skill? What do you think is going to beat Ward Harrison?
Well, like Ward, I do like the 80s. And in the 80s, I was really poor, and I couldn't afford to go to McDonald's. And I found out that if you memorized the entire menu and you sung it at McDonald's, they would give you free cheeseburgers. So I can do the entire 1989 McDonald's menu.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, June Colson doing the 1989 McDonald's menu. We are going to give you the screen. You guys pay close attention, or go get a drink of water like you did the last time, whatever, because you're going to be judging. And all right, June, I have faith in you. Ready?
Yes.
June Colson.
All right, 1989 McDonald's menu. Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese, filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden fries, and regular and large in size. A salad, cheddar garden or chicken salad, Oriental, baby breakfast, egg McMuffin, hot cakes and sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese and sausage, Danish hash brown too. 4 dessert, hot apple pies and sunnies, 3 varieties, the soft serve cone, 3 kinds of shake, a chocolate, chip cookie too. And your drink, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, and orange drink, Sprite, a coffee, decaf too, a low-fat milk and orange juice. At McDonald's, good time, great taste. Can I get this all at one place? Good time, great taste at McDonald's. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you so much.
June,
Girl.
June, that still blows me away. And look at you still.
I got him.
You still that. I mean, it wasn't just that you recited the entire 1989 menu. I mean, it was amazing. But that you painted signs, you decorated, you went all out, you bought the French fries and the cookies, and those French fries were probably really ice cold, but you ate them because you were a trooper. And now I was wondering what happened.
Well, listen, so I boxed all this stuff up, but I've kept these special to the side, you know, because at first I thought I could probably sell these. Like it might be as valuable as the Rhonda Corey Comedy Clean Comedy hand sanitizer. But then I thought, you know, these should go over the fire mantle. Like this should be the centerpiece at my next house. This should be the focus. I think in the winter when I light the fireplace, when these French fries warm up and that aroma of that sweet McDonald's grease and salt just spreads throughout the room, it's people are going to come by just to see that, don't you think?
I want to pay a visit now. I mean, just to see that. And I mean, think of the inspiration that you're probably going to eat a lot of McDonald's. I don't know. If I were you, see, Michelle wanted to know if she could buy those. If I were you, I would definitely put those on eBay.
You think so? Yeah.
Because I mean, there's people vying for them right now. I
Well,
mean,
with all my fans, like 7 or 8 of them, I feel like it could be a bidding war. You know what I mean?
I would love to see that. I don't know. I think that we could probably feed the homeless. I think we could pay for vaccinations.
Possibly.
You know what I'm saying?
With those paint, you know, what is it? Picasso and Monet, like what did they do with their money? You know what I mean? Like,
right?
I don't know.
You could make a difference in this world by
and you were my muse. You inspired me, you know, by letting me compete in the cheapskates. You inspired me for those paintings. So really, really, this is your painting, you know? Really, Rhonda.
No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. But that's you're super talented, but that's not where your talents end, June. That's not no. I mean, this is just being on Talk is Cheap just a couple of times has showed us some of your talents. We have another clip of you displaying another one of your talents, June.
Hey, I'm not dying, am I?
No.
I feel like when they start doing This Is Your Life, like in a minute, someone's going to go and she's dead.
No, I hope not. I don't want to raise my ratings that way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, then roll the tape, Alex.
Okay. Roll it, Alex.
I made a hat.
Oh,
and Julie, check this out. Julie, you're going to love this. My hat, okay, it was that hat. And now I'm going to fold it again. And it's a fire helmet. It's a little fire helmet. And then, oh, wait, Rhonda, you're not going to believe this. Then it's going to go into a boat. And the best part, just for Julie, okay, now I'm going to tear it. I'm going to tear it. And one more tear, and guess what it's going to be, Julie?
Go ahead.
It's going to be a cool shirt, like Julie's cool shirt.
wow, that's awesome.
What? So many talents.
Is there no end? Is there no end to your talents?
Wow. Wow. I almost wore that shirt again tonight. I'm glad I didn't.
we would have shown it again. It's okay. You can, it's not a problem. But I just thought, we had to show the people if they missed any of those episodes, that.
Well, it's been so much fun. It's been, the Talk is Cheap show, all of the different comedians and the people that you've connected and all of that over this last year. It was, obviously something unexpected that you didn't have planned for the year at the beginning of the year. Bless so many people. so many people with this show, Rhonda. I just don't even think you know. So, but you're always asking people questions. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Would that be okay?
I like that. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, memorable episode. Do you have a most memorable episode from Talk is Cheap?
Memorable episode. One of my memorable episodes, gosh, I have quite a few, but one of the ones that comes to mind was Leslie Norris Townsend when she was on. First of all, I wanted her to be on because I just love Leslie, and she's just fun. She's fun. She's funny. Yes. She's just quirky, and I just adore her. And so I wanted to have her on, but Leslie lives on a farm, and on her farm she has no Wi-Fi. So finally she was going to be at her sister's, and so she was staying with her sister in Florida, so she was going to have Wi-Fi. And so anyway, let me just try to find out. Let me see, Alex, if you can look and see what episode that was in here. If you guys can check it out. That was definitely most memorable. I don't want to give it away, but that was a really funny and fun episode because you never know what is going to happen when Leslie Norris Townsend is on.
I remember watching, and I laughed until I cried. My husband was glued to the screen. My husband is a big Talk is Cheap fan. Like, we had gotten to where we were Thursday night was grilled chicken quarter and Talk is Cheap night. And on the grill, and it would be so funny. He'd be, at the stove cooking or whatever, and you would laugh or say something, and he'd be like, "Oh, Rhonda."
That's hilarious.
And he was like Michelle. He was looking for the chewy cam, and
that's great. Well, that was episode number 61, and all of our episodes, for those of you who don't know, all of our episodes are on YouTube, and you can replay them either there on Rhonda Corey Comedy, and also on the Rhonda Corey Comedy page. The episodes stay up there. So you can watch them again and again and again. So, and it's fun to, even for me, just looking back on a few episodes today, I was cracking up. I was just cracking up and just enjoying them. And Michelle says, yes, when Leslie was on, yes. Mm-hmm. And Fran said, yes, they remember that. It was the best, Fran. I agree. It was just so funny. I just who does not remember that episode? I don't know. You can't.
What about tips? You've had a lot of different people on who've given some great information and great tips. Like Janine Williams, I remember seeing her several times. And is there like a specific tip, something that maybe you've used a lot or you learned a lot from?
Actually, Janine's she gave me one of my favorite tips. That was, she was talking about when things are maybe not going the way you want them to, or, just your thinking can start going a little haywire. And so it's leading you down a path, it's leading you down a path. And, her tip was change the narrative. Change the narrative. So if you're starting to think one way, you can flip that script and start thinking a totally different way, and start saying, don't, how we have that negative self-talk, like say it's the beginning of the day and you spill your coffee or tea or whatever, and the dog pukes on the floor, and you just got a stain on your shirt, and you have to change, and you're running late, and you're automatically, oh great, this is going to be a great day. This is going to be horrible, Instead of going down that route, say, oh, you know what? that's all right. From here on, I'm gonna make it a great day. This isn't gonna define my day. And so you have to flip that script, change the narrative, and give yourself, you can create your own story.
Yes.
So that was a great tip. And actually my son loved it as well. So
yeah, you've had great musical guests. I'm telling that your intro song is phenomenal. I just love it. Like, I want to listen to the whole song all the time. Like, it's such a good song. You've just had some great, some really cool guests. How about any behind the scenes stuff that we've missed?
Let me just give you a little clue onto that song. First of all, Jonas Woods, he was one of our first, he was the first guest, one of our first guests, him and Brian. And he sang that song. And it was it's such a cool God thing, because that song was already done. A lot of people think, that song was written for Talk is Cheap, and he'll say that, but and so he gave us, the permission to use that song. And how you hear a song over and over again. I've heard that song 70 episodes, right? I am not sick of it. I still love it. I still sing it. I mean, it's amazing. You should definitely download that song and listen to it to its entirety. It's really, really cool. So, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump behind or ahead, but I just wanted to kind of add that in.
Yeah. Well, to two people who are directionally challenged and never know what direction we're going, I don't think you're behind or ahead of me, and I wouldn't know if you did. So.
It's too funny.
What about the name Talk is Cheap? Where'd that come from?
I would love to tell you that I know exactly where that name came from, but when I was just thinking about this show, that just popped right into my head, and I was like, Talk is Cheap. That's the name of the show. That was it. I was like, that's it. It's Talk is Cheap. The show where you get what you pay for, because
it's great. It was
that was the little tagline, and we should maybe change that a little. Talk is cheap, but actions speak louder than words, because I think that's really important too. But and laughter is better than talk.
Yes. Here's a question I want to know.
Okay.
Are you going to give the big reveal tonight? The scorekeeper.
I am sorry.
Or she. Also, here's another question. Is the scorekeeper and Alex super spies? Are they in some witness protection program? Why will they not reveal themselves, Rhonda Corey? We need the truth.
First of all, we don't know if the scorekeeper is male or female. I've referred to him, and I've also referred to her, and we don't know if the scorekeeper is the same every week, but so I will say it is the same scorekeeper every week. However, the scorekeeper will not be revealed in 2021 under contract, and Alex so far is loving being behind the scenes and does not want to be in front of the camera. So no GoFundMe. Like, if I raise the money, he's not going to reveal himself, and he's not going to come out of hiding. We'll have to check in with him. I don't know if money talks. But
talk is cheap, but money talks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I've got a few silly questions for you.
Okay.
Now. Okay. So what is the dumbest thing you've ever purchased? What is something you had sticker regret for?
Okay, this is so stupid. But one night, so there's a lot of nights that I don't sleep well, but one night I was up and I just put the TV on, and I started watching an infomercial. And it was a scanner. It was this was back a few years ago, okay? And it was a wand scanner, and I don't know, they were scanning everything. They were scanning papers, and they were scanning fabric, and and I was like, yes, I need this. And I tapped my husband, And honey, do you mind if I buy the scanner? And of course, he's half asleep, you know? He wants me to shut up. And so he's like, yeah, go ahead. And so I bought it, and I'm like, and then when it got here, I was like, okay, I am gonna, because I was gonna scan, I did scan some fabric because I sold a few things on eBay, and that way they got a close-up picture of the fabric of, of some of my things. Yeah, I don't know. That was really stupid. And then I gave it to my son.
When you said scanner at first, I was thinking like the little scanners at Target, like the mobile ones. You're just going around scanning things randomly. Like that's where my blonde head went. I was like, what's she scanning?
No, it's like, yeah. You can do that now on your printer, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Or you can do it with your cell phone. There's like on your, yeah, you can scan stuff on your cell phone.
I know. Like
technology. We're technological geniuses.
So now it's like, what am I going to do with that? You know, I think I might have tossed it. I don't know if I still have it in the basement somewhere, you know, but it might have been one of those items that I finally said, really, we need to, you know, because I love, you know, decluttering. So that might have been one of my items I chucked.
Mm. What do you think is one of the worst things that someone could wear?
Oh, the worst thing that someone can wear.
Yeah. What would be the worst thing that somebody could wear?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I have
is it are you talking that unattractive or
possibly? Like let me talk is cheap confession. The very first boy I ever kissed was wearing a beret. To me, that's the worst thing. It wasn't one, it was bad. He was a bad kisser. And two, he was wearing a beret. Like, I don't know. To me, the worst thing you could wear is possibly a beret. Unless, you know, you're in the military and that's part of a, you know, uniform. Or say costume. As if they have a costume.
Yes, I'm sure they would love to hear that, the military people. Yes. I don't know. It depends on who it is and how they're. It depends.
I think there's always like you have beaches that I have this theory that for like every man who shouldn't be wearing a Speedo is a woman beside him who should not be wearing the thong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of people like
they go as a couple. Like,
yeah, like did you look in the mirror before you went out today? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously your mirror is broken, you know, just because it's just, you know, I don't know. Some people wear things that are very tight and they shouldn't. And some people wear things that are very loose and falling down and they shouldn't either. So.
True. Now, Rhonda, you look like a fighter. You look like you could really, you know, throw some punches. You know how like the fighters have, we went to a UFC, my husband and I took my kids to a UFC fight, you know, and all the fighters come out to a song. Like if you were going to fight Rhonda Corey, they were calling you into the ring. What would be your like song that you might play walking into the ring?
Definitely I'm Walking on Sunshine.
That would be good.
Yeah.
What about if you were a wrestler? What would your wrestler name be?
I couldn't be a wrestler. I couldn't because there's a lot of sweat and stuff and I don't, yeah, no.
Like maybe Don't Touch Me, Tammy.
Something. Yeah, like go, no, don't come near me. Yeah, so yeah, no.
Well, what about 2021? What's going to happen with Talk is Cheap? What's going on?
All right, so 2021, actually starting this week, you guys, we are moving. We are moving. June, just like you are, we are moving to Tuesday nights. And we are going to be doing one show, and that is going to be on Tuesday nights. Yeah, we're cutting back a little bit, and we're going to, I don't know, we'll be switching things up just a little bit, maybe adding a few things here and there, and nothing crazy. But yeah, we're gonna go to Tuesday nights. And another announcement that I have that I'm pretty excited about is we are also, as soon as we are allowed, ready and able, we are going to be putting together a Talk is Cheap comedy tour.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be going around to different churches and whoever would like to have us, because now, I mean, I have so many different connections with so many amazing comics all over the states. So we are going to put together a tour. It is going to resemble somewhat of the show. So for instance, it might have some chat with some of the comics added to the stand-up, and a game that maybe a few of the audience members could participate in. So it'll be really fun, and I'm super excited about it. And we'll be advertising it soon.
That is so cool, especially the interactive part of it. You know, anytime that you, I mean, it's cool to be up there and perform and do your craft, and but when people have a personal experience, when they have that experience within the show, that's, you know, people remember that forever. I remember the first time my grandparents took me to a live show. It was a magician, and it was in like a high school auditorium, and we sat on the front row, and I had never even been in an auditorium. I had never been in a movie theater like that. You know, we just didn't get to do things like that. And my little brother, they called him up on stage, and I was probably 8 years old. And I still remember that, you know, is that moment where he was a part of it. Like, you know, I mean, I'm a little over 27 years old now, and that's still a really strong memory. So that'll be cool. I'm super excited.
So I'm sure, Miss June, you know, I'm sure you'll be on one of the shows. So I'm excited. I am really super excited. There's so many talented comedians, and I've had the pleasure of having them, you know, on this show, and to just perform with them on a stage, you know, in front of a live audience, is going to be so exciting. And I can't wait until, you know, we're able to do that again.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of your guests that you had on, some of the just veterans of comedy and listening to, I can't remember who the one guest was, but like everybody you brought up, you could name anyone. It was like Steve Martin. They're like, yeah, I talked to him yesterday. And like there's so many shows that I've been like, what? Wow. Who are these people? Wow. So yeah. Like I said before, the connections that you've made for people, and even, well, my husband is just glad that I've been on here 3 times, because that means 3 times during COVID, I've put on lipstick. So, like, everybody, I don't know if you remember the cartoon of Donald Duck and Daisy, but it was my favorite cartoon. When they get married, he gets married to her, and she's all beautiful, and her hair's all done, and she's in the dress and all of that stuff, and they go down the aisle, and then it cuts to the next morning. And he's like in the kitchen, and here comes Daisy, and she's got a bathrobe on, her hair's in curlers, and she's smoking a cigar, and she's like, what do you want? I swear, that's what I've been. Jason's like, oh, you're on Talk is Cheap? You can throw your hair? Yeah, babe, and lipstick.
I get it. I have to tell you, you know, just the time that I took off, I kept saying, what day is it? What day is it? Because this show has helped me to stay on track.
Yes.
On what day it is. And you know, probably on Sundays I might do some repeat shows. So it's not that we won't do Talk is Cheap at all, or it won't be on Sundays at all. You know, I'll probably show some shows on Sundays, but definitely on Tuesday nights. As a matter of fact, on this coming Tuesday, we are having our first show on January 5th. And Alex, if you can show who we're going to have on. We have a little poster. There we go. This is going to be a fun show. We have on 4 guys are on our show, 4 very funny comics. There's a reason that they're all going to be on. You'll have to tune in to find out why all 4 of them are going to be on together. But we have Chris Wineland, Brian Kuhatsu, Josh Novi, Mike James. They're all from Arizona, and they're all going to be here Tuesday night on Talk is Cheap at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure, don't forget, you guys, to set your calendars to that day. You don't want to miss that show. It's going to be so fun.
Yes, that's an awesome lineup. That's such an awesome lineup. All of those guys, I got to see, I met Chris Wineland a year and a half ago, and he let me open for him one night. He did the show before he was on the Huckabee show.
Oh, yeah.
And crushed it. And one of the kindest, like, nicest people.
Mhm.
Brian Kahatsu, are you kidding me? Like, he's a staple on Talk is Cheap, but getting to know him over this time period, just a phenomenal person. Josh was so nice to me the first time I went to the CCA. I just like looking at those faces, and then one time I think Mike said hi to me. So
Mike James is a puzzle, all on his own. But no,
it's mysterious, huh?
Yes, he is. He's very
That's gonna be a great show. That's a great, like, bouncing out there on Tuesday show. Girl,
yeah.
you line him up good.
Something on Tuesday nights. There's not a lot going on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we need a little something. And,
Mhm.
you know, plus we wanted to plan, oh, Chewy's up. Plus we wanted to plan, you know, when comics are working, they're working on Thursdays. They're working, traveling on Thursdays or Sunday nights a lot of times. So we're starting to forge ahead into 2021. We want to be ready. We want to still have the great comics on the show. So we're just, we're ready. So, so I'm excited. And so you guys, just so to let you know, to stay tuned, Tuesday nights, Talk is Cheap is still going to be on 7:30, same time, same bat time, same bat channel. We are on, we're on YouTube Live. We are streaming to the Rhonda Corey Comedy page on YouTube and on Facebook. And you guys, if you don't know this, you can go back and watch episodes. We are also on Roku now on the Creative Motion Network. So you guys have to go check that out. That has some incredible shows on. So make sure you go and check that out. The Roku, on Roku, the Creative Network, the Creative Motion Network. And
you got it.
Yeah, I'm like, finally, you know, I've got it. But I got it.
You got it, girl.
Got it. So yeah, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So Chewy, will Chewy go on tour? No, he will not go on tour. We're hoping he'll just be quiet for the rest of the few seconds of the show. And here is Scott Collier. He is the creator of the creative. I'm looking at, you're trying to look at that. The Creative Motion Network, right? Is it the Creative? Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, you are amazing, Alex.
There it is.
You are amazing. Yes, there it is, right there. Alex helps me out when I can't see. he types for me. That's what he's my like little sign language guy. So that's perfect. So I am excited, you guys. So Talk is Cheap is moving, and we're going to be moving around the world, around the states. We're going to be touring soon. So I'm
ready to move with you. I got it all.
I know.
I might have a dog in one of those boxes. I think Raiders in this one.
Oh my goodness.
Forgot to label it.
Well, you better go and feed the dog. And June Colson, thank you so much for being here on my 70th episode of Talk is Cheap. I'm so excited. We'll be back here Tuesday. And all right, Alex, I hate to say it, but episode 70 is out.
May the love that you speak be the love that you give. May the love that you show be the love that you live. Even in the moments when you think that nobody's looking. May the love that you speak be the love that you give. May the love that you show be the love that you live. Even in the moments when you think that nobody's looking. I will hold, I will hold, I will hold my tongue, yeah. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing gonna pull me down, yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.